Stories bring people together, but great stories engage our emotions and inspire us to take action. Both of these aspects are vital for businesses, and especially for entrepreneurs who are still growing. Customers no longer buy simply based on what you're selling, but why you're selling it. Having a brand story can help you communicate the why that consumers are looking to understand. Today, I'm talking about what makes a good brand story and how to tell yours. Hi, I'm Katie Hawkins, founder of Here for Good Films, a video production company who has created content for brands like the Home Depot, Chick-fil-A, and Boys and Girls Clubs of America. All good brand stories have 6 things in common. They should be entertaining. Your brand story should keep your audience engaged and hold their attention. Keep them interested in what's going to happen next. They should also be believable, so your brand story should grow trust with your audience. Make sure they can understand and believe what you're saying. They should also be educational, so spark their curiosity. Invite your audience to learn something they might not already know. They should also be relatable. So be honest and authentic. No one is perfect, so don't be afraid to share some of your flaws or mistakes. It will make you and your brand more relatable. They should also be organized. Learn basic story structure so that your audience won't get lost as you lead them through your brand story. They should also be memorable. Whether it's a funny anecdote or a new way of thinking, making sure there is something for the audience to take with them. Now, before you can tell a good brand story, you need to know 2 things. 1. Know your audience, because they should see themselves in your brand story. Whether it's through the problem you solve or the solutions you offer, they need to see how they fit into your story. Number 2, know your core message. What's the mission of your business and how are you trying to make a difference? Once you know the message you want to communicate, everything else in the story should lead the audience to this revelation. But how do you know what your brand story is? This is a common question for entrepreneurs. Sometimes it's really hard to know what you should or shouldn't include in your brand story, especially since you put so much blood, sweat, and tears into your business. So, don't overthink it. Just follow the 3-act story structure that you probably learned in grade school. Let's just think about it like entrepreneurs. So, first, you'll have Act 1. Define the problem. Think back to the beginning when you first had the idea for your business. There's always something that happens to the founder, something that disrupts their lives and sets them off on a new journey. This will be the history portion of your story. You probably had similar pain points as your customers, so this is an opportunity in your story for your customer to relate to you. Act 2. Next, you'll present the solution. Did you create a product that is different or better than what's already out there? Or maybe you created something entirely new. This will be the product portion of your story. Make sure your customer can see themselves needing and using the product here. Then you'll have Act 3. So lastly, you'll show the world without the original problem. This is the happily ever after. So what does the world look like with your product or service? This will be the ambition part of your story. So make sure you invite the customer to join your vision and your mission. Every company will have these 3 things: a history, a product or service, and ambition. If you can define these clearly and succinctly, you will be able to write your own 3-act brand story. A lot of entrepreneurs will talk mostly about what they do or sell. They focus on Act 2 of their brand story, and when this happens, people will comprehend but not care. They'll understand what you are selling, but they won't care about your brand. Good stories make people care, and when people care, your brand loyalty will grow. So, tell your full story, your full 3-act brand story. People need to know who you are and what your brand is all about. Well, let me know in the comments if you're using the 3-act story structure to tell your brand story. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to learn all things video for entrepreneurs.